Do you ever have a big goal for your day? A very important task for your career? But you look at your phone first? Just for 1 minute, you say. Then, that 1 minute becomes 10 minutes. Then 30. Soon, an hour is gone. This small, bad habit is a big problem for ambitious women. It stops our success. But what if I told you that stopping this habit is not about willpower? It is about understanding your brain. Today, we will learn the secret to break free from bad habits. We will learn a strategy to build the career you want. If you are ready to take control of your future and grow with a community of strong women, like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your journey to success starts now. Her name was Anna. Anna was a smart and ambitious professional. She worked at a big company in the city center. Her office was on the 20th floor of a tall glass building. From her window, she could see the entire city. The cars on the streets looked like small, colorful toys. The people on the sidewalks looked like tiny, busy ants. Anna had a good job, and she wanted to make it a great career. Her desk was large and clean, right next to the big window. She had an important project. Her boss, a serious and respected woman named Ms. Evans, gave her the project last week. "Anna," Ms. Evans said, her voice calm and clear, "this is a big opportunity for you. The directors will see this work. Do a great job, and you can get a promotion." A promotion! That word was like music to Anna. She wanted that very much. A promotion meant more money, of course, but it also meant a better office, maybe a corner office with 2 windows. It meant more respect in the company. It meant leading her own team. It meant success. Anna looked at her boss and said with confidence, "Yes, Ms. Evans, I will do my best work. Thank you for this opportunity." She was happy. She was excited. The future felt bright. The project was waiting on her computer. It was a big, organized folder with many documents inside. The company wanted to enter a new market, and Anna's job was to research it. She needed to read long reports about the market, analyze numbers in spreadsheets, and understand the competition. After all the research, she had to write a clear report with her recommendations and then make a professional presentation. She had 2 weeks. To Anna, 2 weeks felt like a very long time. "I have plenty of time," she thought to herself. So on the first day, Monday, Anna sat at her desk with a cup of coffee. She opened the main folder on her computer. She saw a list of 20 different files. "Okay," she said quietly. "Let's start." She opened the first document. It was a 50-page report. The text was small. There were many numbers and many business words. Anna looked at the first page. She read the first 2 sentences. The sentences were long and complex. She read them again. Then her phone, which was on the desk next to her keyboard, made a sound. A small ding. It was a notification. A friend sent a message. Anna's first thought was, "I should ignore it." But a second thought, a stronger thought, said, "I will look for just 1 minute. It is not a problem. A quick look. Then I will return to my important work." She picked up her phone. The screen was bright. The message was from her friend, Maria. It was a funny picture of a cat playing a small piano. Anna smiled. It was cute. She sent a message back to Maria. Ha ha ha. So funny. Then she saw another notification at the top of her screen. It was from a social media app. Someone liked her photo from the weekend. Anna opened the app. Just a quick look, she thought again. She saw her photo. She looked at other photos. She saw photos of her friends from university. They were on vacation in sunny places. They were at beautiful restaurants eating delicious food. The big city below her window was busy and full of energy. But Anna was not busy. She was not full of energy. She was sitting in her chair, lost in her phone. She scrolled and scrolled. Her thumb moved up, up, up. New pictures, new posts, new videos. Suddenly, Anna looked at the clock on her computer screen. It was 1 hour later. 1 full hour was gone. "Oh, no," she said, her voice a whisper. "Where did the time go? I only wanted to look for 1 minute." She felt a hot wave of frustration. She felt angry with herself. This is not good. This is not professional. She put her phone on her desk with the screen facing down. A small action that felt like a big decision. "Okay," she thought, taking a deep breath. "Now, I will work. No more phone." She looked at the project documents again. She tried to start reading page 1 again. The words seemed even more difficult now. Her brain felt slow and foggy. After 10 minutes of hard reading, she felt tired and bored. A new thought came into her mind. Maybe I need a coffee. A fresh coffee will help me focus. She stood up and walked to the office kitchen. The kitchen was bright and modern. Her colleagues, Tom and Sarah, were there, laughing about something. "Anna," Tom said with a big smile, "did you see that new action movie? It is fantastic. You have to see it." Anna did not see the movie, but she stayed and listened. She wanted to be social. She talked with them for 15 minutes about movies and weekend plans. She got her coffee and walked slowly back to her desk. When she sat down, she felt that her energy and motivation for the big project were completely gone. The rest of the day was the same difficult cycle. A little work, a big distraction, a little work, another distraction, the phone, a coffee, talking to colleagues, an interesting news website. When the day ended at 5 p.m., Anna had finished only 2 pages of the project. She felt terrible. As she packed her bag to go home, she promised herself, "Tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow, I will not be this person. Tomorrow, I will be focused." The next day was Tuesday. Anna arrived at the office early. The sun was just rising over the city. The office was quiet. She thought, today is a new day, a new start. Yesterday was a bad day, but today will be a good day. She sat at her desk, and she did not look at her phone. She put her bag on the floor and her phone inside the bag. A good start. She opened the project file. She started to read page 3. For 1 full hour she was completely focused. The office was quiet, and her mind was clear. She finished 5 pages. She even made some notes. She felt good. She felt powerful and in control. I am doing it, she thought with a proud smile. This is who I want to be. But then an email arrived. The notification popped up on the bottom corner of her computer screen. It was from the marketing department. The subject line was Fun Friday Event in big, colorful letters. Anna knew it was not important for her project. She knew it could wait, but her brain felt a little pull. A small question. A moment of curiosity. What is the event? She thought. It will only take 1 minute to check. Then I can close it and continue my work. The little voice was very persuasive. She clicked on the email. It opened with a big picture of pizza and balloons. The email talked about a pizza party in the office on Friday. Anna started to think about the party. I love pizza. Who will be there? What kind of pizza will they have? She wondered. This small, unimportant distraction was enough. Her focus on the project was broken. It was like a small crack in a perfect piece of glass. After she read the email, her brain did not want to go back to the difficult, serious documents. It wanted more easy, fun things to think about. So, she checked her other emails. She answered a few that were not urgent. She organized the files on her computer desktop. She cleaned her keyboard. She did many small, easy tasks. She felt busy, but she was not doing the important work. She was avoiding the big project. At the end of Tuesday, she had finished only 3 more pages of the report. She was not happy. She felt like she was in a cycle, a loop she could not escape. She won for 1 hour in the morning, but the bad habits won the rest of the day. This is the science of a bad habit. It is a powerful loop in our brain. The loop has 3 parts. First, there is the cue. A cue is a trigger. It is the thing that starts the habit. For Anna, the cue was the feeling of difficult or boring work. When she felt that, her brain wanted to escape. Second, there is the routine. The routine is the bad habit itself. It is the action you take. For Anna, the routine was checking her phone, or getting coffee, or reading unimportant emails. It was her way to escape the difficult feeling. Third, there is the reward. The reward is the good feeling you get from the routine. For Anna, the reward was a small moment of fun or distraction. Her friend's funny message was a reward. Talking about a movie was a reward. Thinking about a pizza party was a reward. The brain loves these easy, quick rewards. It learns this loop very, very fast. Cue, difficult work. Routine, check phone. Reward, funny picture. The brain says, I like this. This is easy and fun. Let's do it again next time. Willpower is not enough to break this loop because the loop is automatic. It lives in an old, strong part of the brain. Fighting it with only willpower is like trying to stop a fast train with your hands. It is very, very difficult, and you get very tired. You do not need more willpower. You need a better strategy. Let's pause the story here for a moment. Anna's problem with distraction is very common in our careers. What is one small distraction that often breaks your focus during the workday? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story can help another woman in our community feel understood and less alone. So, how can Anna break the loop? The secret is not to destroy the loop. The secret is to change it. You cannot easily remove a bad habit, but you can replace it. The strategy is to keep the cue and the reward, but change the routine. Let's think about Anna. The cue is the feeling of difficult work. The reward she wants is a small break, a moment of relief from the difficult feeling. Her current routine to get that reward is distraction. She needs a new, better routine. At the end of Tuesday, Anna felt very frustrated. She opened her computer at home and searched online. She typed, "How to stop procrastinating." She found a blog post written by a successful businesswoman. She read it carefully. The article talked about the habit loop and simple strategies. On Wednesday, Anna decided to try something new, something from the article. The first technique was called the 5-minute rule. The rule is this: when you feel the cue, when you want to escape your work, you must work on the difficult task for just 5 more minutes. You make a small promise to yourself. I will only do this for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I can take a planned break. Wednesday morning was the same as before. Anna sat at her desk. She opened the project. She started to work. After about 20 minutes, she felt it. The cue. Her brain felt tired of the difficult report. It started to look for an escape. "I should check my email," a small voice in her head said. "I should get some water." But this time, Anna was ready. She recognized the voice. She looked at the thought and said, "No. Today, I have a plan. I will use my new strategy." She told herself, "I will work on this report for just 5 more minutes." She looked at the clock on her computer. It was 10:20 a.m. "I will work until 10:05 a.m. Then I can stand up and take a real break." It was difficult for the first minute. Her brain wanted to stop, but 5 minutes was a small, achievable goal. It was not scary like work for 3 more hours. She read one more paragraph. She wrote one more sentence. She looked at one more number in the spreadsheet. Then her phone alarm rang softly. It was 10:05 a.m. 5 minutes were over. And a funny, magical thing happened. When the alarm rang, Anna was in the middle of writing a good idea. She felt interested. She did not want to stop. The 5 minutes gave her momentum. It was like pushing a car. The first push is the hardest. After that, it starts to roll. She thought, "Okay, this is working. Maybe 5 more minutes." She reset her alarm and worked for another 5 minutes, and then another. Soon, she had worked for 30 minutes without a single distraction. Another important strategy from the article was to change your environment. The article said, "A professional athlete does not train in a candy store." The environment is very important. If the cue for a bad habit is in your room, you will do the habit. For Anna, her phone was a big cue. The ding of a notification was a powerful call for distraction. So, on Thursday, She tried a new strategy for her environment. When she arrived at the office, she did something different. She took her phone. She looked at it for a moment. Then she turned it completely off. Not silent mode. Off. Then she put it inside her desk drawer under a notebook. At first, it felt very strange. Her hand wanted to reach for the phone. Her brain felt a little anxious. What if there is an important message from my family? She thought. But she told herself, I will check my phone at lunchtime, not before. If it is a real emergency, they can call my office phone. This small change in her environment was very powerful. Without the cue, the habit loop did not start. Without the ding, her brain did not think about the phone. She could focus on her work for a longer time. She still felt the cue of the difficult work sometimes, but when she felt it, her phone was not there. It was not easy to get, so she used her other strategy, the 5-minute rule. The combination of the two strategies was very strong. A clean environment and a simple rule. That day, Thursday, Anna made incredible progress. She felt like a new person. She finished the entire report, all 50 pages. She read it, analyzed it, and wrote her summary. She felt so proud. She felt in control. She was not a victim of her bad habits. She was the architect of her success. She was designing her workday. She was building a better system for her brain. The old loop was cue, difficult work. Routine, check phone. Reward, distraction. Her new powerful loop was cue, difficult work. Routine, work for 5 more minutes. Reward, feeling proud and making progress. This new reward was much better. It was stronger. It was connected to her big goal, the promotion. Her brain started to learn this new, better loop. It started to want the feeling of real progress, not the feeling of cheap distraction. The final strategy is about identity. It is about the story we tell ourselves. We often say things like, I am a procrastinator, or I am not good with details. When we say these things, we give ourselves permission to continue the bad habit. It becomes part of who we are. Anna realized she often thought, I get distracted so easily. This thought was a self-fulfilling prophecy. It made the habit stronger because she believed it was her personality. So she started to change her identity statement. She decided who she wanted to be. Instead of, I get distracted easily, she started to think, I am a focused woman who is building her career. When she sat at her desk, she repeated this in her mind. I am focused. I am a professional. I do important work. This small change in her thoughts was like a compass for her actions. It helped her make better choices. When the idea to check an unimportant email appeared, her new identity said, a focused woman does not do that right now. A focused woman finishes her work. On Friday of the second week, Anna worked on her presentation. She used her new focus skills. She finished it by lunchtime. It was beautiful. It was smart. It was clear and professional. She practiced it 2 times in a small meeting room. She felt confident and prepared. She sent an email to Ms. Evans. "The project is ready for your review," she wrote. A few minutes later, Ms. Evans came to her desk. "Already, Anna? That is excellent work. Show me." Anna opened the presentation on her computer. Ms. Evans watched carefully. She was silent for a few minutes. Anna felt a little nervous. Then Ms. Evans looked at her and smiled a little. "This is fantastic, Anna. You understood the project perfectly. Your analysis of the competition is very strong. I especially like this slide about financial risks." Anna smiled. It was the best feeling. It was much better than the small, quick reward of looking at a funny cat picture. This was a real reward. A career reward, earned through focus and hard work. Ms. Evans said, "We need to discuss your future here. I think you are ready for more responsibility." That was the signal. The promotion was coming. As Anna walked out of the tall glass building that evening, the city lights were bright. She felt like she was one of those lights. She felt powerful. She made a promise to herself that she would continue to be the architect of her own success. Anna learned that breaking bad habits is not a battle of willpower. It is a science. It is about understanding your brain and building better systems for yourself. It is about replacing old routines, changing your environment, and updating your identity. You are not your bad habits. You are the person who can change them. You are the architect of your life and your career. Every day, you can make one small change. Put your phone in a drawer. Use the 5-minute rule. Tell yourself a new, more powerful story about who you are. These small changes, over time, create a big and beautiful transformation. They build the road to your success. Now, you have the strategies. You have the knowledge. The next step is action. Do not wait for motivation to arrive. Create a new system. Start small today, and build the future you deserve. You have the power to break free. Thank you for joining us on this journey today. The story of Anna is a story of strategy, not just strength. It is a story for all of us. If you are ready to apply more strategies like this to your own career, make sure you are subscribed to the channel and have clicked the notification bell. We create new content every week to help you build your success. And this is English Unshackled.